5 extremely dangerous female cartel members. Running illegal businesses like narcotics, mafia, weapons, and extortion are some of the fastest ways to be rich and powerful. And in the history of human civilization, many people have grown up their empires by leading illegal businesses. It seems more dangerous when a female member takes the steering into their own hands while being ruthless and brutal to be on top. Female cartel individuals had been a minority in the male-dominated world of drug trafficking. However, their presence was once significant. They had to navigate a complicated set of limitations and challenges that differed from those confronted by way of their male counterparts. One incredible distinction used to be their function in the cartel hierarchy. Female individuals had not been often observed in pinnacle management positions. However, they had been regularly concerned with greater refined varieties of having an effect on and manipulation, such as bribery, seduction, and espionage. Overall, girl cartel contributors had to navigate a complicated net of electricity dynamics and gender roles to continue to exist and thrive in the world of drug trafficking. To know some of the most dangerous female cartel members, we have brought the video titled Top 5 Extremely Dangerous Female Cartel Members. So buckle up your seats to dive into their stories, but before that, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's start. Number 5. Jameker Thompson. Jameker Thompson is a former drug lord from Los Angeles who rose to strength in the 80s and grew to become one of the most effective and feared drug sellers in the city. Born on October 10, 1961 in Los Angeles, Jameker grew up in a poverty-stricken local. The place capsules and violence were rampant. She dropped out of excessive faculty and grew to become promoting tablets to make a living. Jameker's enterprise-savvy and fearless mindset quickly caught the interest of the large drug sellers in the area, and she rapidly rose through the ranks of the drug trade. She, in the end, grew to be the leader of her drug ring and began dealing with crack cocaine on a big scale. Despite her success in the drug trade, Jameker's lifestyle used to be stuffed with hazards and violence. She confronted threats from rival gangs and was once worried about several shootouts and drug-related crimes. In 1993, Jameker was once arrested and charged with drug trafficking, and she used to be at the end sentenced to 15 years in prison. While in prison, Jameker had a non-secular awakening and grew to become her lifestyle around. She started out attending church offerings and grew to become a born-again Christian. She additionally commenced working with at-risk youth, sharing her story with them and warning them about the risks of tablets and gang life. Number 4. Enedina Arellano Felix. Enedina Arellano Felix was once a Mexican businesswoman and former drug cartel leader, born on April 12, 1961 in Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. She was once one of the 6 siblings who shaped the notorious Arellano Felix drug cartel, which used to be energetic in the 1980s and 1990s. Despite being born into a household that was once closely worried about the drug trade, Enedina used to be recognized for her notable enterprise acumen and sharp mind. She began her profession in the cartel by dealing with the price range and cash laundering operations. Soon, she grew to be one of the key gamers in the agency and was once accountable for overseeing the cartel's operations in Tijuana. Number 3. Maria Victoria Escobar. One of the most infamous cartels in the latest records used to be the Medellin cartel, led using Pablo Escobar in Colombia for the duration of the 1980s and early 1990s. Escobar and his friends have been accountable for the manufacturing and distribution of the majority of the world's cocaine, which generated billions of bucks in income for the cartel. Maria Victoria Escobar is the sister of Pablo Escobar and was once reportedly concerned with the Medellin cartel's operations. She was once acknowledged for her shut relationship with her brother and used to be stated to have been one of his most dependent confidants. After Pablo's loss of life in 1993, Maria Victoria disappeared from public view and little is acknowledged about her contemporary whereabouts or activities. Number 2. Sandra Avila Beltran. Sandra Avila Beltran, regarded as the Queen of the Pacific, was once an infamous Mexican drug lord who was once worried in the drug trafficking enterprise for decades. Born in 1960 in Mexico, she used to be the niece of Miguel Ángel Felix Gallardo, a former chief of the Guadalajara cartel. She grew up in the world of drug trafficking and grew to be concerned with the commercial enterprise herself. Avila Beltran was once concerned about smuggling cocaine from Colombia to Mexico and then to the United States. She had shut ties to the Sinaloa cartel and labored with some of the most infamous drug lords in Mexico. Her wealth and electricity grew as she grew to become extra worried about the industry. Avila Beltran was once arrested in 2007 in Mexico and charged with drug trafficking. She was once held in jail for 2 years earlier than being acquitted of the charges. However, she was once then extradited to the United States and charged with conspiracy to cite visitors' cocaine. She pleaded responsible for the expenses in 2012 and was once sentenced to time served. During her time in prison, Avila Beltran grew to become fairly of a celebrity. She was once recognized for her trending experience and her glamorous lifestyle. Her story has been the concern of quite a few documentaries and books, and she has been portrayed in TV suggests and movies. Number 1. Griselda Blanco. Griselda Blanco was a well-known drug supplier turned into a drug lord who rose to infamy during the cocaine boom of the 1980s. Griselda Blanco was born on February 15, 1943 in Cartagena, Colombia, where she was raised in poverty. She was forced to drop out of school at a young age and pushed into a criminal life to survive. She started her criminal career with small theft and prostitution. While doing these small criminal activities, she discovered that drug is a more lucrative business. She quickly rose through the ranks and became one of the most powerful drug lords in Colombia. She also took part in crimes like violence, contract killing, bombings, and kidnappings. She was known to be ruthless and ready to do anything to protect her business. She was also well known for her lavish lifestyle, including private jets, expensive jewelry, and luxury cars. In the 1970s, she moved to the United States and started working with Miami-based cocaine trafficking networks. She used to traffic cocaine from Colombia with the help of her contacts in Colombia. Even after the brutal criminal activities, she is known for the position she acquired in the male-dominated drug trafficking industry. She was one of the first female drug lords to rule the industry. We will meet you soon with a new topic and new stories. Until then, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel and drop a comment. If you get an offer to be a drug lord, will you accept?